first thought I had. Staring at a pink sky, tasting air for the first time, I learned what it is to cry, just as I learned to smile. You see, I'm just a well of billions of flowers. It's from their lives and spirits that I draw myself. And after they've wilted, they come to me, making experiences, joys, pains. I see it all, and I care for each and every one here in my garden. Oh, but you want to know about that thought, don't you? Well, I thought, it's beautiful. But that was then, and this is now. And what I do now is, well, I haven't slept in a little bit. Timo! Yeah. Now that you've seen what you're looking forward to, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Starting with my model. Here I am in my full glory, if you can call it that. So, how to say, I am a bit plain, so you can see. There's not a ton to me. I've got, well, as embarrassing as it is, I'm kind of only half formed. I'm really just coming into myself and budding as a being. So, give you the full 360. Wow. I have some parts that I'm real proud of. Would be, I have this real cute belt with this little lavender buckle. Oh, and I'll show you the lavender stitching I did on my shorts. I made it myself. And then these flowers I have, well, it's kind of difficult, well, as a spirit, to maintain a form that's all physical like this. So I've got these little patches that don't really go away. All full of flowers and stuff, as you can see. You have an aster and some lilacs. But yeah. So, that's my model. Now let's go to general information. So, here's some information about me. My name is Helianthus, which is the common name for the sunflower. And you might be able to guess why I chose it based on the little snippet earlier. But I woke up facing the sun. It was the first thing I saw. So I thought it was only fitting. And then age is a little awkward for me. It's difficult to state in like person terms, or how to say, human terms, because for a while before I fully manifested into this form, not fully, I have a lot of room to grow, clearly. Before I manifested into this form, I was just kind of a lingering consciousness. So I feel a little bit older than I am, technically, but I think in person terms, I would be maybe about 19, something like that. I am 5'2". We're not going to talk about it. I'm fluent in English, and I have studied a bit of Japanese and a bit of Spanish. I'm a bit rusty in both, unfortunately. But, it's a good skill to have. I can still read hiragana and katakana. Kanji, though, don't. Of course, my occupation is gardener. My formal title is the Spirit King of Flowers. And you know, I look so plain, so that's a bit awkward to talk about. But because of my position and the way that I've kind of grown, I am resident caretaker here in the spirit world of all flowers. Flora, generally, actually, not just flowers. So that's just kind of where I'm at. So that's the role I was given, and I'm very thankful for it. I honestly couldn't be luckier. My favorite game genres are rhythm, puzzle, and adventure games. I find all of them really fun and satisfying. Especially a good puzzle. Oh my goodness. Escape rooms are like some my favorite concepts of game, you know? Super fun. Bit stressful. And then I put League in there, like League of Legends. Because I can't say that I've played enough MOBAs to consider them a top genre for me. I've played a few other than League. Well, a couple, really. But League is just unique, and I played too much of it to not say anything about it, so there it is. And then of my top 3 games, nervous. Of my top 3 games, no particular order, but Demo Reborn. I was so thrilled to find this. I had played, when I was just a Sprout, I had played the original demo on mobile. And it was what got me into rhythm games. Demo Reborn is a puzzle adventure game. Puzzle rhythm game. I guess also adventure, you could say, but on a small scale. And it is so fun, so fun. For any rhythm gamers out there, flowers, it is a 6K game, so it can be difficult to adjust to, but it's definitely worth it. Very, very worth it. It's so good. And then Omori, I had been stalking for a while, and I was so excited when it finally released on December 25th. I think a couple years ago. Oh my goodness, and it did not disappoint at all. I was so happy. It's this psychological horror adventure kind of RPG game with like really pretty music and pixel graphics, and it is perfect. Well, I guess perfect's a really strong word, but it's really good, and I'd love to share it with you someday. Oh yeah, I didn't put it on this little list here. However, I adore horror. It's one of my favorite genres for everything. I can't believe I didn't put it there actually. I love horror. Whether it be like movies or TV shows or games, horror games are always my favorite. They're so interesting and fun. Well, even though I'm a big baby about it though. And then lastly, there's Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, and I know it's not a super popular game gameplay-wise or anything like that, but it holds a really special spot in my heart in the series. I really like the series. I'm excited to see the new game coming out, though. I think it's absolutely wild. Oh goodness. Also, I did try that rhythm game. It was fun. Fucking insane that they have a rhythm game, but you know, whatever. We're just gonna gloss by it. So yeah, if you have any more questions about me, let me know in the comments. As far as where I'd like to go in the future with this channel, I'd really love to start streaming. That was kind of my original plan when I thought about reaching out from the spirit world onto YouTube and stuff. I really wanted to start streaming, but it's a bit hectic over here, and I don't quite have the means. So I am doing what I can for now, which is making videos here. Oh, I guess also important to mention is that I do use he, they pronouns. I know sounding so feminine, looking so feminine, it could be a little difficult to adjust, but everything takes time, so don't worry about it. as for content I've got lined up in the future, going out with this upload should be a couple of Mustache videos and a League of Legends video. Because I couldn't resist. In the future, I'd love to play games like Risk of Rain 2. I have lined up, maybe Code Vein. I have stuff like that. Just a real variety, honestly. I play a lot of games. But if you have any suggestions, please let me know, Flowers. And I think that's really all I have for you in this little debut. Thank you so much for coming to my garden. My name is Helianthus, and I really hope to be seeing more of you. Bye bye!